Right then folk, welcome back to another video beer review. Today we've got a beer coming out of Verdant. It is a collaboration beer between themselves and Adnams, and it is a ESB, an extra special bitter, coming in at 5.5% ABV. I watched a little snippet that Verdant did, and basically they were explaining everything about the collaboration they've done and the fact that this was their first ESB they've ever brewed. So we'll see how it is, and obviously in collaboration with Adnams, you'd hope some kind of guidance is coming from one side, and I suppose as well guidance for future beers coming from the other side. I mean, Adnams are cracking anyway, but you know, maybe in the future we're going to see some super fruity juice bombs coming out of Adnams kit. I highly doubt it, but you never know. Hopefully it just means we're going to see some more decent bitters from Verdant, because my problem in general with craft breweries when they do traditional styles is that they are miles off with them. You know, I think of Deya's ones, for example. Deya's bitters are never bitters, they're just weird confused golden ales or confused pales with, you know, they're just not right in my opinion, and not just my own opinion, quite a few others as well. But hopefully they've got plenty of malts, because you know, you go to town on your hops, it's not about your hops, it's about your malts. You need to have all those malts done properly. Hot side Admiral, East Kent Goldings and Fuggles. No cold side. Good. You're learning. We don't need any of this dry out bollocks on your bitters and stuff. Admittedly, I'd probably say that Admiral's a bit adventurous for a ESB, but you never know, because Admiral's a bit more, I find it is quite citrusy. I use it in my IPA, and it is very, well, relatively citrusy, bit piney, but definitely pokey on really sharp bitterness. So it's good for an IPA, that sort of thing. In an ESB, what are we going to see? So this review will just be of this can, of course. I am going to do on the next review a versus in tomorrow or something like that, and then the final one I haven't worked out what I'm going to do yet, but probably another versus in some form. But yeah, let's crack this one open and pour into the glass. I heard about this probably about 2 weeks ago, and it was just like, as soon as the launch date is, I need to get it. Colour is looking good so far, must be said. Colour is most definitely looking good. Head is looking good too. Clarity is off, but I don't think that's what they were necessarily going for. It is a bit hazy. You know, me doing my findings trials and all that lot, I would not be happy with that. That would be a, yeah, it's getting there. It just needs another 12 hours sort of thing, or another few hours, and it might be there. It's not even passable for me. That's too much of a murk to it. You need more fish in your beer, more fish. But yeah, anyhow, that's not what they're going for. 2-finger kind of creamy tannish looking head. It's definitely got like a nice little orange hue to it, but the beer itself, lovely colour. Nose, smelling pretty good. It's got a little bit of a citrusy kind of kick in there, but what I'm really looking for is some really kind of, you know, lovely fruitiness. I wonder what yeast they've used, because it probably wouldn't be Verdant House. Whether it's Adnams, their own yeast, I don't know. Might well be, but definitely has a citrusy kick to it, and slightly estery. We'll dive in. Cheers. Oh, that's crisp and bitter, that is. Bready, bit of a caramel, a slight kind of honey sweetness, quite dry, fuggly, bitter, bready. It's got hints of those kind of fruity notes that you want in an ESB. Noisy washing machine time. But it doesn't quite deliver all those real kind of, you know, yeasty, fruity, and also malty fruity notes that you really want in an ESB. It's got a really pleasing finish on it with the bitterness and the breadiness and the biscuitiness. That is top tier. That's the sort of thing I'd really want in like a 4% bitter, or, you know, 3.8% bitter, something like that. That's exactly what I want. But I think just up front it could do with delivering a touch more than what it does. And this is a style that I love, ESBs. You don't see them very often, but when I see one, I'm like, yes, I'm having it. And to be honest, in the countryside, if you go to towns and stuff, you will see it, or villages and whatnot, you will see it more than you will in, you know, little country pubs in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, oh, it's a lovely beer. You can see it's going down quite nicely. As it is Verdant's first attempt at an ESB, it's a bloody cracking attempt. I'm sure it's had a lot of input from Adnams on this one. You know, I'm looking forward to drinking the rest of the cans. I was going into it kind of hoping for the best and hoping it was going to be this good. You know, maybe even better than what this is. But it's actually really delivering, and I was worried at the same time that it was going to be shit, because I've had so many shitty bitters and failed attempts from breweries who wouldn't normally do this sort of style and have just failed. And this is a cracking attempt, and I'd say, I'm honest, it's probably one of the best attempts of an ESB, and it's actually better than a lot of ESBs you can see from other breweries who should do better. Noisy cats. Yeah, cracking. See you about yourself, give it a go. Verdant and Adnams, their ESB, give it a go. See you next one. Cheers.